Welcome to Beyond the Unexplained. Tonight is our holiday party. Well, not a holiday, but the end of the year. And we're so happy to have a fantastic guest here. Of course, you know I'm Janet Russell, and this is my co-host, Annemarie Davin. And our fantastic guest is Bill Sorvino. But before we get to Bill, you know I have to let you guys know where I'm going to be. Okay, we got to put the glasses on because you know I can't see with them or without them. Anyway, okay, since we are, today is the 5th, the 7th Saturday, I'm going to be doing a fundraise for Move the Riverhead Shelter. You know how I love animals, guys, so I'm going to be doing something at the Riverhead Moose Lodge from 6 to 10. And then we've got Wednesday, the 11th of December, I'll be at Frankie's East Side in Farmingdale. Any of these places, you can call me and I'll give you more info. I'm just trying to get through this real quick. Thursday the 12th, I'll be at a new sports bar, Double R Sports Bar in Islip Terrace. I'll be there from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. doing my readings, of course. Saturday the 14th, I will be at the VFW Hall in Farmingdale. Okay, that's a fundraiser as well. And then Sunday the 15th, I'll be in the American Legion Hall in Massapequa at a fundraiser for autism. Okay, I can't wait to get to do that. Tuesday, the 17th of December, back by popular demand, I'll be at Villa Maria and Bethpage. That's a dinner event where I do an evening of spirit communication. The 18th, I'll be at McGovern's Irish Pub in Oakdale. Let's see, the 21st, I'll be in Vela Hair Salon in Middle Island. Sunday the 22nd, again, my love of animals. I will be doing a fundraiser at Ladigan's for RSVP, and they're a rescue group in for our beautiful pets. Let's see, where am I going to be after that? Then Saturday the 28th of December, they're going to have an adoption. They were going to have a fundraiser, but they're going to be having an adoption center at the Brookhaven Town Shelter, which you know how I feel about the animals. And that's basically what we're going to be doing for the rest of the year. And then January 2nd, I'll be at a another new lounge called Brock's in West Sayville, and that's going to be readings from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Oh, was I supposed to be looking at that camera? Anyway, that's the filling of December. But you can call me. I still do my fundraisers. I still do my phone sessions, my in-person, my groups. You guys know me, so I don't even have to go there. Annemarie, do you want to add anything? Because I know we got some great things happening before we start speaking with our fantastic guests.
Well, I do want to add that if you guys are wondering what's going to go on in your lives and what's in store for you for the new year, call Janet.
Yes, I thought you were going to take over my job. I got scared there for a second. Like, oh my God, is she becoming the psychic?
Because
she is psychic.
Because I want people to know that they can call you, because I don't think there are some people that still don't know that they can call you.
Yeah, well, yes, you would have to call me at home though, because right now our show is not live. It will be again starting in April, only because it's a little bit more compact. Right now we're taping from Hauppauge, and where you can see us as well is Monday evening, channel 115 in Woodbury Cable, okay, 10 p.m. You can see us on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. in Riverhead, okay, channel 20, and then you can see us in Brookhaven, Hauppauge every Thursday at 11 a.m., channel 20. So we are quite spread all over the place, and yes, normally you folks are used to calling in and saying, hey, tell me about my life. Well, you can still do it, except you have to do it now. You have to call my home, which is 631-654-3353, or email me, and we'll get to that later, because I don't want to take up any more.
Exactly, because
Bill's
we have such an exciting.
Huh? Don't worry about me.
No, we have an exciting guest, and we do have new things for the new year that are coming up that
Lots of good things.
Right, that we can't say yet. So you guys will have to come back in January and listen, because that's when we'll make all the announcements and everything like that, because we really want to get to not only, an amazing actor, but he's our friend too.
And he's so down to earth, and he's so real, and the ego has not touched you, and that's what I love about you, Bill.
We love Bill.
Yeah,
we're so happy you're here.
Wonderful. So we have so many questions we want to ask you, but I think the easiest thing is, why don't you tell the viewers, okay, a little bit about your background. Not like he knows anyone or has got anybody else in the acting field famous, okay, like his uncle and his cousin,
Right.
okay.
We could start from there, I guess.
Please tell the audience.
I'm an actor, as you said,
Mm-hmm.
and I started out as a singer-songwriter.
Interesting. We didn't
For
know
many
that.
years. I was actually signed to a small independent record label. A couple of times I actually was,
Very nice.
and it just really didn't quite pan out. Though I was touring a lot in the New York area, New York, New Jersey area, and had some mild success. And see, the thing is that I went that route because I was insistent that I would not become an actor.
It's in your
Why?
blood, though.
Yes, exactly.
Well, performing, I was the lead singer, of
Good
the
for
band
you.
and all
Good
that.
for
Always
you.
was. Several bands, and then the one band actually caught on. But I was insistent not to become an actor. I just was going to do my thing.
Is there a reason why?
Because I felt, well, first of all, I'm just born with the song. I don't know.
Okay.
I have music in my head, and all musicians will tell you that it's some sort of innate thing that you have music always playing.
Right, it's always going, right?
I always have music in my mind, even to this day, even though I don't play that much anymore. Just songs are just playing that I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. I could sit down and write it, but I'm not doing that right now.
Right.
So so that's my natural inclination was in that direction. So I went that direction for some time, and then as I felt that it was just the music industry is so disorganized and so there's a lot of not great people in it.
A lot of underlings.
Yeah, that
Right.
kind of stuff. The underbelly of society, kind of. And I just sort of got away from it and disbanded and everything. And one day, my daughter was born, and at that very moment when she was born, something that like a thunderbolt hit me. That I had to do something extremely special with this world, and to show this baby, this gift from God, what the world how it should be lived.
Exactly.
And so I had a weekend at the shore. We have a shore house in New Jersey,
Right.
Okay.
and my uncle and Mira come. Bill Sorvino, my
Yes.
uncle and cousin. We'll get to that, I guess.
Yeah.
But so they spend a lot of different weekends at our house in New Jersey at the shore, and this particular weekend was about 2 weeks after my daughter was born, and we were my uncle was actually giving Chris, Mira's husband, some informal acting lessons because he had a big audition for like a major
nice.
show and stuff like that, and so. Something just registered for me. It just hit me. I said, "Whoa, wait!"
Just clicked.
Even though I had seen it all my life, and my uncle taught, I knew I knew everything he was saying. I knew all about it from hearing it my whole life.
Right.
But for whatever reason, it just was the right place, right time to hear the right words from the right person.
Exactly.
And of course, my uncle was always a mentor to me.
Sure.
Even from very young.
Yeah.
He was a second father to me,
Right.
and he'll even tell you I'm his second son because he has a son. But he tells everybody, he makes no bones. This is my second son. This is my second son.
proud of you.
And it's
And
yeah.
It's funny. I think that at your festival, I think I heard him actually say that to somebody.
He says it to everyone, and it's wonderful to hear because
It is,
he's such
yeah.
a great guy,
Oh,
wonderful
yeah.
person.
yes.
He's my second father. He really is
Right.
a mentor. From the time I was born, literally, he was like a second father to me.
Aw.
Beautiful.
So anyway, right words, right person, and I said to my wife on the way home, and we had the little baby in the car and the little seat in the back. I'll never
Yeah.
forget it. I said, hon, do you think you would mind if I went to acting school? She's like, go for it. And boom, I went, and the first day of class, I went to Esper Studio in New York City. William Esper Studio is world-renowned acting
Right.
studio. It's my uncle trained under William Esper also, and so I
Oh,
said,
nice. Okay.
There's no place else really for me to go,
Yeah.
and so I chose to go. The first day of class, I was I'm home. I was exactly where I had to be.
Fit-
Wow.
fit
From
right
that
in
very
like a
moment,
glove.
the very
Yeah.
first moment of class, I knew I'm
Interesting.
where I'm supposed to be. So fast forward, I started acting in smaller productions, and
Right.
of course having the backbone of knowing the words of wisdom from my uncle and Mira. My uncle gave me a tongue lashing on one of the films I did. He goes, Billy, I just, it's not how you would respond in real life to someone, would you now? I'm like, ooh, yeah, I guess he's right about that. So, and I had all his acting training, but I was like, I really have to, think about some of that, and that's the mentoring process.
Oh, yeah.
Of
learning
course,
from
yeah.
one of the greats of Hollywood.
Of course.
Absolutely.
No,
So
worldwide.
I'm so fortunate, to have.
I was going to say, to have somebody like that
It's
in your
ridiculous.
family that you
And to
can
have
go
him-
to and
To have him
Yes.
constantly give me feedback,
Right.
And
good
that-
and bad.
Oh,
Absolutely.
totally. And I mean, it's like, hey, Unc.
Yeah, it's true,
it's that
and we
easy,
speak
yeah.
often.
Yeah.
So acting became my life, from that point. And now, as you guys know, I'm doing several feature films
Yes,
coming
let
up.
the audience
Yes.
know, because we
Yeah,
gotta
so
get that there.
a lot of different things going on with that. I have a film coming up in March. It was supposed to be January. We just changed the dates to March,
Okay.
but I'll be shooting in Long Island, actually.
Oh, how
I
great.
sent you
Yes, you did.
message. I forgot where it is because I'm not familiar with Long Island, but we'll be shooting in Long Island.
Fantastic.
A
You
lot
said-
we gotta have you back on the show again.
Yes, absolutely.
You're local. Why
Exactly.
not?
Absolutely.
I
No,
think you said that the guys were supposed to be, not that it was going to, it's going to be filmed in like other areas, but in the script, he's supposed to come from Northport.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. That's right. That's what he said. That was verbatim from what he said.
Okay.
So what happened was we're shooting maybe a small part in New York City, in Manhattan,
Yeah.
but a large part of it because we're playing brothers.
Okay.
And it's about we lose our mother. Our mother passes away,
Okay.
and he's coming back from the city, back home. I stayed home in the hometown.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming back from the city that he was trying to run away from life and his crazy mother and all this kind of crazy.
Right.
Right.
Dysfunctional
Find
family
himself.
dynamic, and
You
I
mean a
stayed at
normal-
home
a
to stay
normal
around.
family?
What's that?
Normal
Right.
family.
Yeah, normal
Dysfunctional's now
dysfunctional
normal.
family. Yeah,
Yes,
normal
yes,
abnormal.
yes, yes.
And I stayed around to be just stay home with the mother and everything. And he comes back, and then we have to. He's trying to come to terms, and he sees that I've changed. Also, it's a dysfunctional, heartwarming coming to terms.
Who's the actor that plays your
Yeah,
brother?
yeah.
Johnny Greenlaw. He's also
Okay.
he's also the writer. I think he's from Long Island. He's from Long Island. I'm pretty sure, actually. That's why we're doing it in Long Island.
Yeah, well, it's home.
So his name is Johnny Greenlaw, and he wrote it, directed it, and he's the star.
Wow.
Alongside of me. Great guy. He did a documentary that Martin Scorsese called him
Ooh.
about. Said this is wonderful. And
Wow.
so he has a loose connection to
That's
Martin
a
Scorsese.
compliment.
Yes,
So
yeah.
we do know already what the month will be that we can plan on having.
That's going to be March. We're shooting in March.
Okay, so then.
So anytime,
okay.
maybe the following.
Whenever
or
you
before.
want,
Yeah.
the door's always open. You know that.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
You
Thank
know
you.
that. You
So
know
it's called Mommy's Box. Mommy's Box. Mommy's
Interesting.
Box.
That's-
Strange name,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's interesting
Yeah,
and
I
curious.
think I got the email from you as well. Or
Yes.
a little,
And look for it. It's going to be a very, very good film. We have a lot of great cast.
who's it?
And there's some great original music written by this great musician, and it's really a great project. Pardon me.
That's okay. Can you say who else is in it with you guys? Or
This girl named Brandy Bravo. There's no one that's terribly known
Okay.
that I'm aware
But
of.
they will be after this shit.
I hope so. I hope
know
so. Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. Johnny, I introduced Johnny at Golden Door Film Festival.
Right.
Yes.
Which
That's
is a
where I know the
film
name. Okay, I'm thinking, why is that name
Yeah,
familiar?
he was at the film festival, Golden Door Film Festival, which I am the president.
I was going to say,
founder.
which,
Yeah.
yes.
Another little side project.
Yes. definitely.
And I had introduced him to Federico Castelluccio of The Sopranos.
Okay.
He played Fiorio in The
Yes,
Sopranos. Very
yeah.
good friend of mine. They met at the film festival, but what happened was they ran into each other at the AFM, American Film Market,
Okay.
in California, when it was about 3 or 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Right.
And they ran into each other. They wound up spending the entire weekend together because they kind of had a connection. They
Right.
connected, you know. Federico doesn't take to very many people. He's a high artist. He's absolutely
He's
one of the best
I
out
got
there
that.
on all levels, and he connects to only those who
He's
warrants
comfortable with
connection.
Yeah.
And he connected with Johnny,
Very
and which I
insightful
took
as
to
well.
be a very good sign.
That is a good sign.
Yeah, because I take Federico is I admire and respect that guy. I mean, as artists go, he is one of the best.
Absolutely.
Fine artists. His paintings, his acting, his directing, his screenwriting. I mean, the guy is across the board amazing.
Fantastic.
Very good friend and just an amazing friend as well. So they hooked up and they spent the whole weekend together. And Federico saw the trailer that we shot. and he also got the gist of the story. He told me at the party for the Junction premiere, getting back to another thing that
Yep.
He goes, Bill, this is going to be the film that launches your career.
Ooh, you give
Federico
me chills.
said
That's
this.
confirmation. Wow. When I get chills.
I was like, whoa,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah.
He goes, I spent a lot of time with Johnny. He's the real deal.
Good.
This film is the real deal, and this is going to take your career to the next level.
There you go.
So I was like, wow.
He's got a little
And
bit of
he was
insight.
going on about how I'm going to do great things, and which is wonderful to hear from Federico, of course.
No, it is, but I think, you know what it is like, I didn't get to talk to him a lot that night, but just meeting with him and, of course, getting,
Yeah, the energy, yeah.
the energy
Yeah,
and the knowing and stuff. I just have to be with somebody a few minutes to get. He seems like he's very much. He does not say things like that.
No.
No.
As
Yeah.
carefree. Do
No.
you know what I'm saying?
He's serious like a heart attack.
Yeah, exactly. I got that. Like
Because
for him.
he laughs and jokes, but he
Yeah,
does not
but I mean,
say
but to say
any word out of context whatsoever.
Exactly. If he said that,
100%.
it's a big deal kind of thing.
It's a big deal.
So, do you know what I'm saying? So I
Absolutely.
think I think like, wow, for him to say that, he seems like that type of guy. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, he had never said
know?
anything like that before to me, And he,
Oh, so see.
we've even acted together a few times, and
Right. So he
he
knows.
I think he saw,
Yeah.
he said some minor thing, oh, Bill, good
Plus,
actor.
you're a very kind soul, and that shows through as well.
I guess,
No,
I mean,
it does. It shows you're a real person, and no matter how far you go up, and you will be going up, you might be in contention with your uncle. Don't tell him I said it.
Listen,
we'll cut that part
anywhere,
out.
if half as good as
No,
half as good
no,
and
it's
as,
there
as
to get-
yeah,
I
no,
feel
I mean,
it.
he's to me, he's
Well, we've shared that
my,
already before.
he's
Yeah.
my god of acting.
Yes.
Right.
In terms of the career is wonderful, yeah, of course.
Yes,
but
yes.
In terms of the skill and it's the ability.
Very
to
intense man. I noticed that when I met him at the event there.
He's
very
amazing.
deep. He
He's so
doesn't
deep.
say too much.
He's beyond deep.
But he's watching everything.
When he opens up, he speaks.
Yeah,
Talks.
yeah.
Right, exactly.
But everything he says is either hysterical, or
Yes.
deep,
Yes.
or
Right.
meaningful,
Right.
or he sings amazingly. I mean, the guy is ridiculous.
I know.
Talent.
It's hard to hold that, to get to that, look at that as your level,
Yeah.
It was funny
Definitely.
because it was just like strange for me because I remember when Goodfellas came out. I mean, he's been in like whatever 150
yeah.
films
150,
and whatever.
yeah, at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least, right? But that film for me was not just because it was a true story with Henry Hill and all that, but I loved his parts when he didn't speak the best.
The silence is deafening with him. Yeah.
Because you know what it is because he reminded me in that movie very much of on my Italian side, my grandfather. That if he didn't speak and he didn't smile, you just felt like oh my God, just the the
And what's
stare.
funny is my uncle wouldn't do that in real life. That was a portrayal of a character.
No, that was a portrayal of a character. That's what I'm saying. That
he inhabited the role so well that that stuff that he wouldn't normally do in real life. That was acting.
Yeah.
He was portraying this person who would do that.
Exactly, but I know people.
You see it on screen, you're like, ooh, but
Right.
that's not my uncle.
Like there's
Yeah,
the part
yeah.
about when he's just standing there and they're saying about that how Paulie didn't have to move for anybody or something, and he
Yeah.
just comes out just him coming out in his presence and standing there was like, oh my God, and it was so funny because I mean, you don't know what people. I mean, obviously I knew he'd be nice in real life.
Yeah.
But it's like intimidating because not to me, but to people, my grandfather could be intimidating when he didn't smile. But when he smiled, it was like
Right.
you felt the
serious.
warmth.
Everything opened up.
Yeah, you felt like the warmth, but when he didn't, it was like, oh my God.
I can
You know what
breathe.
I mean? That kind of thing. I mean, I'm the grandchild, so it was always smiling around me
Right.
and my cousins and stuff like that. But it's just really funny because I felt like a lot in that particular movie was when he wasn't speaking, is when he said the most.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And
The
that's
whole persona.
not
Yeah.
easy to do.
Okay, I just want because how fast this time's already going. You see, it's a half hour already shot.
I'm
into it.
telling
That's why
you.
it goes because you're so.
So we're having a good
interesting.
time.
Yes. Okay, I know we talked about some awards that you won from acting.
I have won a few awards. Let me
Yes.
just backtrack for one moment.
Sure.
I'll be doing 2 films with Deb Twist.
Oh, I
That's
love
right.
Debbie.
We shot the Confidence Game trailer already.
Right, that's right.
And we'll be shooting that hopefully, I think in March we had talked about.
Okay.
And then there's another film called Just in Time that I'll be playing
Yes,
her
I just heard
filmmaker
about
boyfriend
that.
in, which
Yeah.
is supposed to shoot in the
That's
summertime.
right.
And,
Are you going to be doing them all out here, or you don't know yet? The locations?
Those I don't know. I have no idea where she's planning on
Well,
shooting.
Debbie
those.
was on here too with Donna.
Deb, what's that?
Deb was on the
Deborah
show. We had
Twist. Oh,
was
Deb,
she? Oh,
we
okay.
had Donna. The whole crew.
Cool. The whole
Hey,
film
gotta
family.
keep it going.
That's when they were filming
exactly it.
Sebastian.
Yes, but we
Yeah,
did
oh,
for
right,
anybody
of
that,
course.
was amazing.
if you guys remember Deborah Twist and Donna McKenna, Sebastian, and some of the actors were on here and everything.
Right,
so.
exactly. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I can't.
And
wait
now
for that to go
Bill
out.
is working with Deborah.
With
so.
the whole
It's
crew
all
is very,
blends,
very nice
yes.
family.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And then I have a
Wonderful people.
mini series that is supposed to be shooting sometime in the next couple of months.
Okay,
so,
what is
yeah.
that about?
That should be on Amazon. It's a crime drama. I'll be playing a Princeton-educated mobster.
Ooh.
I can see that.
It's gonna be good. It's a great
Ooh,
script.
that sounds real interesting.
8-part miniseries. I'm one of the leads. So,
Fantastic.
so yeah, I have and I
So you
think
haven't
there's a
been
couple
busy?
other projects that still haven't gotten funded. So
So you
I'm
haven't been
waiting
busy
on
at
those.
all,
I
right?
bring it up yet. What's that?
Haven't been busy at all.
I get offers all the time.
You've just been hanging.
It's crazy. It's
But
crazy.
that's
all the time.
fantastic.
I don't know
But
when.
that's
what-
good though.
It's wonderful.
And they will wait for you when the time is right. I
So
will tell you that,
which
my
leads
dear.
us into the awards, which
Yes.
has kind of been the segue of a lot of these offers coming in.
Right.
I did a short film called Maniac
Okay.
back in February. It's been on the festival circuit, and so far I've won 3 acting awards. I won Breakout Performance at Long Island Film Festival.
Right.
I won at the Accolade competition. I won Best Leading Actor, and at the Northeast Film Festival in New Jersey, I won Best Actor in a short film.
Isn't that just? I mean, that's got to make you feel so.
It feels great. It feels
course
wonderful
it
because you
does.
know that your work is being
Recognized.
developed, and
Yes.
recognized.
Yes.
And more than even recognized, just that it's being felt. You know, if
Oh, yeah.
That's
if
true.
you're entertaining people, then I guess they're
You're
motivated
you're
to do
doing
an
your
award.
part. Yes.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
and my job is to entertain. You know, it's not to be recognized. I don't. Recognition is because I've done the right job.
Exactly. And you've done it.
Exactly.
And you've done it in your best way.
Right. Well, yes.
know,
I've
that's
done
the-
what I
that's
was
the key.
what I was
Yeah.
paid to do.
Right,
And so,
exactly.
it's a job. I mean,
That's it.
entertaining,
Totally.
and I love it because it's fun. But
When you
I'm
have a
glad that you-
passion, it's
but the
it's not
passion
a
has to be
job.
there, of course. yeah.
Right, and I'm glad that you said that
Yeah.
because you know what's so funny is I felt like a lot of people in the industry that are new to the industry, I
Mm-hmm.
should say, they don't realize it's show business.
Business.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, totally.
But I have to tell you, so many people that I've met, like you and some other people that just get that it's a business.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
I mean,
a
you gotta have
job,
the passion, obviously,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
But it's a
but it is
crea-
a business.
It's creative, and my job is to piece together the puzzle of the
Right.
character
Right.
within the context of the script. What am I delivering to this storyline with my character?
Right.
Exactly.
So where do I fit into that puzzle? Not how do I, make my emotions come out so I feel good about myself, and people say, "Ooh, he can cry," or what? I know it's not that. It's
Right.
about delivering exactly what
Yeah,
the director
on
needs
point. Yeah.
Exactly.
to make the film as good as it can possibly be. That's
That's
my
it.
job. That's it.
That's it.
Fantastic.
So
yes.
and so then
Very
I
good description.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I like
winning
that.
awards is shows that you've done that.
You've done that, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, you don't. I think.
Yeah.
You know, I also see, as we discussed, I also see you have a film institute, Sorvino. Now, what is that involved?
I'm
That kind of surprised
sort of
me.
busy, yeah.
And that was good. I
So,
loved it.
St. Peter's University in Jersey City,
Okay.
which Golden Door Film Festival is in Jersey City.
Okay.
Right.
And St. Peter's University in Jersey City, they expressed interest in sponsoring us. So,
God, that's
in the conversations
beautiful.
of them giving us whatever money they were going to give us and setting up, we also did a party on their campus.
Very nice.
The conversation of an institute came up, and they took to it like immediately, and we decided to create a film program. It's a non-matriculated film program that will be a 12-week, sort of like NYU Tish's 12-week program.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they have one, and it's in that style. Only it's probably going to be a little bit more flexible because the NYU Tisch is very labor intensive. It'll be a little
Right.
cheaper too, a little
Right.
bit more
Sure.
economical. But I think we'll have a little bit less hours so people can still hold maybe a job of some sort.
Right.
Whether it's night job, day job, it doesn't matter. But the point being is that it won't be 9 to 5 or 6 every day.
Now, will this involve children too, or just adults?
It's
will
mainly
there be
an adult
offshoot of-
program. We
Because
could
I'm
get.
feeling like there's an offshoot of children coming
My
involved.
daughter is dying to do that. She's
Oh,
8 years old, and
there
she's
you
dying
go.
to have the Sorvino Children's Film Institute.
Well,
Wait,
I think
did
that's
she
the
tell
next
you
thing
this?
that's going to happen.
Yeah.
What did she say?
She wants to do a Children's Film Institute offshoot of mine. Of course, you're psychic, so you know.
Just
That's
saying.
It doesn't, it doesn't surprise me.
hysterical.
Now,
Oh my
now, can I
God.
ask you now this, because this is what I'm coming through. What? Okay, now and this is first. I'm just me. It's
Yeah,
the
go
way
ahead.
it comes out. You know how I am. What's with puppets with her?
Puppets?
Yes.
She loves dolls.
Okay, is she going to maybe do some sort of a puppet show with this children? Because I would, in my mind's eye, and of course I'm not an actor by any means or chance. Maybe down the road, you never know. Though. It's possible.
Never too late.
It would be almost like teaching through puppetry, wouldn't you?
I don't
Is
know.
that an
I mean,
idea?
I mean, this would be something that's 2 years away anyway, because the Film Institute will launch in 2015.
Okay.
So even beyond that, she'd probably be 12 or 13 by the time she would be doing anything.
Because
Oh,
that's
so that would make
because
sense.
I'm
Yeah.
that's what I'm being shown,
Maybe.
literally.
Wow. I'll
Interesting.
keep an eye on
And
that idea.
I'm getting chills on that again. Wow, you know me with the
Wow.
chills. And I'm also picking up musicals.
Musical?
Yes, with the kids.
Around his daughter?
Yeah.
Around my daughter?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, maybe musicals with the kids
with,
at the
with,
film.
with
Oh,
the whole
oh,
yeah
okay.
with that whole
All right,
situation. You're going to be
Oh my
signing,
God,
you're
with
gonna
your
be
music
signing her for,
background.
right, exactly. You're going to be
Yeah.
signing her for a record deal by the time she's 15.
Does she like to sing?
Well, she
Yeah,
will.
but not. She doesn't. She doesn't. That she'll go crazy.
Give it time. You know me with my predictions, Bill.
Okay.
No.
My son has a great singing voice.
How old is your son?
He's 5.
Oh, okay.
He sings
So
amazingly.
maybe
that's
he's
the
the
one.
one. Maybe
He's got
he's
an
the
amazing
one.
voice.
So there you
I
go.
mean, it's like, whoa.
But I see her being, well, if she's a
It's
little
maybe.
older.
I mean, it's possible too. She does love to sing, but she hasn't been shown some sort of affinity
Well,
for
she's still
music.
young.
Right,
but,
like,
but
yeah.
it could be your son then.
That's
Maybe.
true. Oh my
I wasn't
God.
even aware that you had a son. I don't think.
Yeah.
I probably was, but
That's
But-
so funny. That's
how that just came about, right? Unbelievable. So, and we've got the Golden Door Film Festival.
Golden Door Film Festival.
Okay, I
It's
love
held
it.
in October every year, and we're in our 4th year. Submissions just opened on Without a Box, withoutabox.com. If you're a
Okay.
filmmaker, you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
they
Yes,
know what that
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Everyone knows what that is. It's kind of a monopoly, but whatever. Submissions just opened actually today.
Fantastic. So, doors
anyone
open
who
there.
wants to submit your film to Golden Door Film Festival, it's on Without a Box. Search it, you'll find it.
And how do they contact you?
Oh, it's through that,
Or through PaulSorvino.com?
paulsorvino.com.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, Bill Sorvino.
BillSorvino.com would be my acting website.
Okay.
It really sticks to
Okay.
the acting.
Okay.
If someone wants to find out about Golden Door Film Festival, we have a goldendoorfilmfestival.org.
Great.
goldendoorfilmfestival.org.
And you can find them on Facebook, by the way.
Yes.
And on Facebook,
Yeah,
Golden Door Film Festival, you
it's all
search,
there,
you
yeah.
find 100 things.
I was
You
gonna
find
say,
it all.
yeah.
It's easy. And like I said, submissions are open. We have a student section. We have an LGBT section this year, which
Okay.
is new. We have an
Wait, are you serious?
LGBT, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I just came across somebody that has a film that they're trying to
Yeah, with this-
promote, and it's LGBT. Oh
We're
my
all about
God.
giving voice to
This
people.
is insane.
Of course.
How
Everyone.
everything's
That's
just
what
like
Golden
you know.
Door, the Golden Door of Opportunity, which was
Totally.
the Golden Door to
Absolutely,
this country,
yeah.
which is the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
All
It
that.
all
Right.
That's how it ties
tells.
together.
Yeah.
So, and we have the Alice Guy Blanchet Award, which is the first filmmaker ever in 1800s. Her name is Alice
Wow.
Guy Blanchet, a French woman in Fort Lee, New
Interesting.
Jersey.
Really?
She had a film studio, and she was the first narrative film director ever.
And then women
she was
would
a woman.
just, yeah. I
And so
think
we
that's
have this Women in
fantastic.
Cinema Award
love it.
based upon her. And,
Wow.
and the Fort Lee Film Commission is now involved with us in that award.
That is so
new this
wonderful.
year, right?
It's-
Yeah,
Am
it
I
was new.
crazy?
It was new the second year. We did
It
it
was?
this year also.
You did?
Now the
Okay.
Fort Lee Film Commission is behind us with it.
Okay.
Because they're involved with that because it's Fort Lee is where she
Right,
was
Right,
raised.
right.
And of course we have your standard, narrative short film documentaries and stuff like that. So that's the Golden Door.
So now, now you will be casting certain people though for certain roles, right? Or Donna, or whomever you have your casting agent.
For what?
with.
For what?
Well, for your up and coming event, movies and.
For my movie, I
yeah.
don't cast anyone. I'm not.
No,
a
but I
dir-
mean, you will be doing your own movies. You're aware.
That's
of
what
that.
she's trying to tell you.
You will.
Oh,
you will
did
be
you tell me I want to do
directing.
my own movies?
Yes.
There's the psychic component.
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Okay.
This is why I'm saying
If you
to
tell
you.
me so.
This
She-
is why I'm
she got
saying-
ahead of herself.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Wow.
why I'm saying
Like
that
you're being cast. right
now you're being
in
cast,
other
but you
people's
will be the
movies,
person.
But she's saying that you're going to be making your
own
movies.
movies.
Okay.
So
Did you ever think about that?
The thought crosses my mind because, you know, as far as being a director, you know, being an actor, you see different directors, and some
Right.
you love and some you don't love.
right, of course.
And you know, and there's a certain part of me that wants to take that bull by the horns a little
You're
bit.
going to, my dear.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently you are. So.
You're talking to a Taurus the bull. So you will be doing that.
Okay, you know, the thought recently it only crossed my mind.
Well, it's,
For years I said I would never be a director, never direct. But I understand the process of acting and getting performances and the composition of the whole piece and what I was saying before, how each thing fits to the through line and all of that. I see it visually, really, so I kind of feel like, you know, maybe not everyone gets that, and I just feel like I need to add to the world with the film that I see, you know?
But what I'm actually seeing, okay, in my insight, is many of the old world actors like Paul and other people that are in that, maybe Robert Redford, you know, people that are I don't want to say old because I'm old,
Right,
you
right,
know what I
right.
mean? People that are
Vintage.
known,
Veteran actors.
Veterans.
You got it, veteran
Major
actors.
veterans.
Yeah.
I mean, big name.
That would be amazing too.
I
That'd
could
be awesome.
see, I could
Direct
see you
them.
doing
Because
that.
I revere them so much.
That's
that
what I mean.
It would be a perfect
Wouldn't that be
thing.
so great?
I would be in awe and you know.
I'm definitely seeing it. So
And it- you
you
know-
guys heard it first here. You guys heard it first here.
Yeah, and it's funny because of the fact that you said you thought, oh no, I never want to direct. When I first met you, I have to tell you, like, okay, I knew like actor, but I did think, and I was just like, yeah, whatever, you're gonna blow away
totally,
in the
yeah.
directing. I never said
Totally.
that to you,
Really?
but I saw that.
It's there. It's kind of
I
like
love
it's written
acting.
there. But you're gonna still be acting.
can still act.
You can still direct and act. How many of them do that now?
I wouldn't want to. Not now, anyway.
Yeah, maybe not now.
Down the
Yeah.
road.
Maybe down the road.
But if you got a good enough script that somebody said, I want you to direct this,
Oh,
and
he'd
it was
be
the
there
right
in a
one,
heartbeat,
maybe,
yeah.
you know, it'd have to be the right
yeah,
one.
it would have to resonate with me.
That's
But
what I mean.
what I'm seeing is not just mysteries. It's not just intrigue. It's going to be comedy because I feel you'd be
Oh, wow.
great in comedy. I really feel.
Why are you laughing? Has people told you that before?
People always think that I should be doing comedy as an actor, and I do all the serious stuff, and which I'm good at.
And
but
musicals?
I'm good at comedy.
That's,
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's
in real life,
whole-
I'm good at comedy.
But the whole
But that's
realm,
funny.
the music, the intrigue, the comedic, you know, the mystery, you know, the real life happenings
yeah.
in people's lives. Oh, I see it.
More dimensions than just your
Well,
typical.
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
good.
you know,
It's a
the
good
door's
thing.
opening, and I
Good
mean, it's
thing.
like, you know, we have what, 300.
I have a pilot. I have a pilot. A pilot. Oh my
Great.
god. Oh my
Go on.
god.
See,
You
what,
are
is it
so,
making
You are so
sense?
damn psychic.
What?
I
What?
know,
The
it's
pilot I
scary.
was explaining to you before
Yes?
is mystery, intrigue, comedy.
Oh, you give me chills.
It's exactly that. It's
Oh
exactly
my
that.
God.
It's exactly that.
And I didn't know anything about
But I wouldn't
this.
be directing it.
Well, you
Maybe
will,
you don't know that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe
it's-
as of
if
right
it-
now, you're not.
Right. If it's your project, you're
Well, I'm not writing it, but it's being written for me.
but it's still going to be your project.
What's that? Yeah, well, yeah, basically.
So
it is.
you
Basically
will
it is.
need to. You're gonna, because you're very intuitive as well. He's like.
No, you know what? I'm just.
But you're very intuitive as well, and you feel. I mean, the day I met you, I remember I
Right.
said that to you. I could just pick up that.
Right, right.
You know, actually, we got to tell. We have to share how we ended up getting totally involved. We were driving back.
I knew you were going to
Oh.
say that because I was going to bring that. That's what I was going to tell people is you were the first, you know, psychic reading on the go.
Yes, I was
You could do drive-through
driving.
psychic readings.
Drive-through
like a
psychic readings.
McDonald's.
Exactly.
I'm telling
We
you.
were driving. We went into the.
We were in Huntington.
Yeah, we're Huntington
for
in a
because
book-
they had
yeah,
the
a
book
book
signing
signing.
for Melissa Gorga
yeah,
was at the I'm trying to remember it's in Huntington.
Yeah, the Huntington.
So horrible.
The book review.
The book review, thank you,
Yeah,
in Huntington. We're going for the book signing, and on the way back, I forget why we called Bill.
I don't know. It just came out.
We're
of
talking about
nowhere.
something, and I go, oh, let's call Bill right now. We called,
And then I
all of a
started
sudden it
giving
turned
you
into
a
this
reading
reading.
on the phone.
So she's driving, and I'm like
She's
this
got
with
the
the
phone
phone.
here with me.
Yeah,
Right.
on the
That's so funny.
speakerphone.
And
it
we were
was
driving also from,
Yeah,
a,
you
from
guys-
an event ourselves,
Exactly.
my wife and I.
Right.
Like, what?
Yeah.
And finally, my wife was like doing
Put it on the
Bluetooth on the car to get it on speakerphone, so she
yeah.
could hear what was going on.
It was
And
psychic
from-
readings.
and
It was like a
From
psychic
Huntington?
fest.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
psychic, you're psychic,
Right,
you're
right, right.
psychic.
I'm telling
not me.
you.
From Huntington to Riverhead.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
said
It
we've
was
never
long.
done that. Yeah,
It was
the
long, yeah.
whole,
The whole, yeah.
and that's basically
It's
how that
like
whole
That was
reading
amazing.
it
fell apart. It
Blew me out of
was,
the
wasn't?
water.
I wouldn't even remember it because I don't remember my readings.
All the things you said were
I
completely
know, I
accurate.
know.
Completely
It's- I
accurate.
know, it's
But I just
wild.
remember I was laughing because I was like, this is too funny. That
But I tell you, it amazed me, and here we are all sitting here now,
Yeah.
literally blending and
Yes.
putting the glove on the hand of
That's right.
everything's
That's
fitting
right.
together.
That's right.
It's
That's
beautiful.
Right. Yeah, and it feels good. It feels
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
What? What?
No, she's been coming up with some good analogies lately. I don't know.
Oh, some of the stuff I come up with, she's
I like the glove on the
"Ah."
hand thing.
Well, yeah, because that's
Better than a knife and fork.
Yeah. It fits together the way it's
does.
supposed to.
It does. It really does. I tell you.
Talking about knife and fork.
I'm gonna be a chef now.
No, is there something coming up with a restaurant that you may be becoming part owner? Ooh.
A restaurant.
Yes. I don't know why.
Is your uncle involved in a restaurant?
Not that I know of.
Well, I think there's going to be something coming up.
Oh, wow.
Me?
You're going to be involved in it. It may even be, oh God, here we got the chills again. It may even be like it can actually be like a movie set in a restaurant. In other words, almost like plays coming into like a preview of the movie.
Maybe
So-
you don't know about it yet. Maybe it's something.
I'm
that's gonna
seeing
come
it
up.
happening.
So it's an actual restaurant or a set?
No, an actual restaurant. I'm feeling like your uncle's going to be involved. The whole Sorvino family. It's going to be called Sorvino's. Perfect name. But it's by the water.
By the water.
By the water, okay. What I'm looking, oh, there we go, the chills. I'm looking, I don't know, I keep on seeing, lattice, the lattice work, but I'm seeing that on the bottom part of it, okay, and I'm seeing plants hanging, but it's definitely, it's almost like a scenario from Italy. Not that it's going to be Italy,
Okay.
but it's almost going to be where you can wine and dine with the actors and interact, almost like
Well, here's the funny part.
interaction.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
here we go.
Oh my God, wait. I knew because I saw his face.
We have a house at the shore, as
Okay.
I was saying. It's a
Okay.
I
block
was
from
just
the-
thinking this.
My mother decided that we had to have a pizza oven outside, like a Naples pizza. And I started making Naples style pizza.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I have to make it exactly like a Naples pizza.
And what did I ask you?
And what's that?
What did I ask you?
What?
I said to you, I said, wait, you make this pizza? And
Yeah.
then you said, yes, you would not believe. And I said, oh my God, I bet it's better than any restaurant. I said
It is.
that.
It is.
And
And,
I
it looks
didn't
like
know
it looks
anything
like you're
about
describing.
this.
We have lattice.
Really?
So it's not a restaurant. It's our backyard with a
And-
pool and the water. The
the
ocean's
water's
a block
right there.
away. And we have a lot of people over all the time. And my
there you
uncle's
go.
always there.
But
there you
maybe
go.
something
Maybe
will
something's going to come
exactly.
from that.
An offshoot of that, that's a business.
Yeah.
Sorvino's Pizza.
Sorvino's.
Wait,
Wow.
you said something else. You said the pizza was really good and somebody else made something. I can't remember who at the Shore House.
Well, my father makes like a lot of seafood and stuff like that.
seafood.
No,
I
it
don't
was
know if
something
that-
else. I can't remember. But I was just thinking maybe it'll be the pizzas and I don't know. Or maybe it was a drink.
But can
that's
I
what it was.
also say this is going to be almost like offered to you?
Oh,
It's, in other words, the opportunity is going to be there for
Okay.
you, and it's definitely going to be a family thing. It's
All right.
not going to be an individual. In other words, it's going to blend like this, okay? Like the glove again in the hand.
The
okay?
glove.
Yeah, just something
Fork
with
and
glove.
knife.
Michael
yeah,
Jackson
Yeah,
over
yeah,
here.
yeah, with
fork and knife, hand and glove
Yeah.
at the same time.
That's the name.
Right.
Sorvino's Fork and Knife Club.
There you go. We got the name. All right, guys, you heard it.
You heard it here
Put the
first.
orders in now. Yeah, but so much. Oh my God, you're not even aware of doors opening for you.
It's going to be a bit. 2014 is going to be.
Yeah, going from
Crazy.
I mean, it's gonna.
It's not even here yet, but it's,
I would say rest up because the next 3 to 5 years, you're gonna probably not be able to take a vacation. Sorry.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Life is
Say
a
that, but-
vacation.
Yeah,
It is, right?
Life is a
but
vacation
you're
when you're happy.
but it's gonna
That's
be
right.
such good blending and so much fun.
Yeah.
You deserve it. You have a kind soul. See, when I look at you, I look into your soul.
exactly.
I can't help
you
it.
can see that.
It's a
yeah.
gift that whatever it is.
And you know what?
yeah.
I was just telling her before we were coming here and everything, and I said, you know what? And she goes, what? And I said, I got to say, I don't know what it is. It was from the get-go.
Yeah, we talked. We
Like,
shared coming,
I don't
yeah.
know, this like
The kind.
Connection.
family thing
the
or whatever.
connection, yeah.
I said, I love Michelle and
Totally.
Bill. I said, I totally love them. I said, because they're just so like,
They're real.
yeah.
But you do
Like,
know,
you can't get more down to earth and more
Exactly.
genuine than you guys. I'm not kidding.
Shouldn't you just be that way?
Yeah.
Well, yes,
But a lot of
but
people
that-
aren't.
It's like I don't deserve a gold medal for being normal.
I know.
You know?
But,
I know.
Right, but people.
But you know what?
we
It's not
know
normal.
so
That's the
many-
thing.
Right, we know so many people that are, they think.
Yeah,
that,
and they're all about the ego
and that's not what you're about. And
No,
that's what
not
I
at all.
love.
And you guys
Silly.
are just so like
Silly.
you got but that's why we're gonna save for another time. We'll find out how him and his wife met. But why
Right.
why I was asking?
That's a long one.
That was
that's
interesting.
But that's why I was asking you, because I just feel like that you guys just go together.
Oh, totally. You
So
can
it's
feel
like
it,
it's just I don't know.
Yeah, we definitely fit.
You do. You really do. It's like when they say the
Coffee
yin
with
and
milk,
the yang and the whole
coffee
thing.
and
Yeah, exactly. The yin and the yang.
You guys are
Yeah.
definitely
Whenever
like,
I'm weak, she's good, and whenever she's weak, I'm
yeah,
good.
you guys
That's
are
exactly
yeah,
it is.
and you
Exactly.
can,
Yeah.
but you can see that. But at the same time, you both are you're just so,
real.
yeah,
That's the
warm
only word
and
you can say.
open
Yeah,
and
very
just.
warm.
Yeah.
I feel like this feeling I get with my family, who many of them are not here anymore. I find with you guys, and whenever I get that, it's a rare feeling that I get that. But
connection,
when I
yeah.
get that, it's it's sort of like I'm home. I'm with family.
It's
so,
comfort. It's comfort.
Yeah.
Did you does Michelle, your wife, is she involved in any acting or music or anything? Because I
No.
can see her doing it
Not
down
at
the
all.
road.
Not at all.
Really?
She calls herself the best supporting wife.
Yes, exactly.
She needs an award for that
She
one.
does.
Then, 'cause
She
she's
does. I should get her one.
great.
Christmas.
There you
Beautiful-
go.
Beautiful lady, and maybe next time you come here, you'll have her with you.
Yeah.
And
And you can
we'll
tell everybody how
introduce-
you met.
Yeah,
That'd
it
be
would
great.
That would be
Yeah,
so
we'd love
fun.
to.
That would be so fun. I have to tell you.
So, what are your plans for next year?
What did I miss?
I said, so what are your plans for next year?
What are my plans? You just told me.
I know,
exactly.
I know.
That's so funny.
But such great things for great people, and of course, you're right in that path there, and it's
Thanks.
really beautiful. It's
Thank
really,
you.
really
Thank you.
beautiful. So, we still have a few minutes left.
Yeah.
What else is it you'd like to add on to what is happening?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just loving life right now, and the film family, as
Oh,
we always
beautiful
talk
people.
about
That's
on
right, the
Facebook
film
and
family.
everything.
Fun.
It's wonderful experience to get involved with Donna McKenna and Deb
Oh,
Twist and Summer Crockett.
Yes.
And I can't even think of all the names right now this second, but there's so many great people.
Oh yeah, it's just
That
yeah.
Kresh Novakovic.
Oh yeah.
And his girlfriend
Anthony.
Joanna Lou
And Anthony, remember
God, I
Anthony-
mean, there's
Anthony's
so many awesome people that.
Isn't it amazing?
It's amazing. It's amazing, and it's
And I keep saying it's all the like type of people coming
Yes,
like-minded,
together.
blended.
all like-minded people.
Oh yeah.
And I feel everybody's like rising at the same time.
Yeah, and everyone's rising at the same time, and everybody
And supporting each other.
Everyone's a good person. You can just
Oh,
sense
yes.
it, feel it.
But
You know,
supporting each other
and
too.
supporting each other.
you know?
That's
good
the key.
people,
Yes.
and to be around that as a whole. I feel like it's got its own synergy also.
Oh, yes.
It does. It totally does.
It has more. It's the sum
Certainly.
of the parts is bigger than the actual parts.
That's right.
We're going to be doing those two films.
Can't wait.
With Summer and Donna, and there's just like you said. I don't know. I feel like you're right about the 3 to 5 years of stuff is
Of work.
is coming at me.
Yeah.
Fast and I don't know. I shouldn't even say that. I
No,
was gonna say
no,
Fast
no.
and Furious.
But that-
That's horrible.
but-
horrible.
But
Yeah,
but
I
but
know.
it's all. It may be coming at you fast and furious, but it's coming to you in the right proper order.
Absolutely.
So it's not like
No,
It's like, get ready.
It's all on based on preparation.
Oh, totally.
Between the film festival and the acting, and the institute, and it's just you work hard.
Oh yes.
You prepare yourself. You get skills. You get your skills in order.
Exactly.
That's the most important thing about acting.
It's very true.
And entertainment in general. Like I said, if you're an entertainer,
Yes.
you're no different than an electrician, plumber,
Exactly.
house painter, whatever. If you
the
do
passion.
if you paint the walls and the ceiling is full of stuff, you shouldn't get paid, right?
Exactly.
I can't leave paint on
No,
drippings and stuff
you're
like that,
not-
right? As
right.
an actor.
It's not. You're not closing the
I have
gap.
to keep it in the
moment.
thing, and I have to create something wonderful. Maybe it's
No, you're
about a
right.
mural on a wall rather than just a straight painting, but you have to do it well, and people have to love it. So
That's true.
That's why I think.
I come with these insights. What is it, God? Are you doing something with firemen?
Firemen?
Yeah. Something with 9/11 and firemen, some special?
Not that I
I
know
think
of.
Well, there's going to be something with uniform around you. People in uniform.
Uniforms.
And
Maybe
I-
it'll be a role.
Oh, they never
Could it be a
thought
role?
about that.
Yeah, like a fireman type
Maybe,
role.
maybe something to do with what happened 9/11. Because when I pick up firemen, I pick up policemen. Do you have any firemen or policemen in your family?
No.
Okay, because there's something with, it's all good
Could
stuff.
be a role.
Because I see honors
Not that I know of right now. What's that?
around.
Oh, wait a second. I was just offered another film that was just vaguely talked about.
Okay.
Well, I would be playing the lead, who was a cop, a dirty cop,
There you go.
a dirty cop.
There you go. Uniform. There you
That's
go.
so funny. See?
You know better than me in my life.
Isn't that wild?
I just need to.
I know. It's just
That's
when
all
I
you have
look
to
at
do
I
is just,
I got to wake up in the morning and call Janet. Janet, what's
what's today?
What's
What
on
goes
the
on?
agenda today?
What should I wear? What kind of clothes? Is it going to be hot, cold? Or-
So I go left, right, straight. Just give me a
Yeah.
handle on this day. for
That's
me.
so funny.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
Yeah, that was
Amazing.
just recent. That was like a couple days ago.
Well, there you
Great
go.
script. They say, oh, read this, please. Read it. Oh, great, wonderful. Do you think you can do it? I'm like, do what? The lead. I'm like, yeah, of course I can do the lead. It's such a
course.
great script.
Right.
And
it's all gonna fall.
it's
It's all
a
gonna-
good,
it's
very
all
good
gonna come into
project
place,
with
yeah.
some of those same guys from the other, the Mommy's Box stuff. I don't know.
It's gonna be good.
Still
Well,
very
I'm
much.
comfortable with it.
You are.
I'm comfortable with it. Yeah, well, you got to do it. I'm comfortable with it.
So that
Yeah.
means
Very-
that's probably going to move.
It's initial.
But I
stages,
see the
but
honors.
you know.
Again, I see I have to say this now. I'm really going on the edge. I definitely see Oscars down the road for you.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, it's
Okay.
there.
Okay. I'm not gonna say no.
No, it's there.
If you
Because
see
I
it,
picked
I'll
up-
take
I-
it. You know, if it
no,
happens,
exactly.
wonderful.
No, it's going to happen.
It's-
Don't say if. It's going to. It's down the road.
I
It
always
may
say-
not be tomorrow.
If it ever happened once ever in my whole life, anywhere near that, anywhere near.
You'd
I
be-
always say if I win a SAG award,
Yeah.
I'm,
Right.
I'm big on that because
Right.
that's my peers,
Sure.
and of course an Oscar, it's
That'd
the
be
hugest
like-
thing. But
yeah.
I always feel like if I won a SAG award, I'd feel that my peers
Right. They go to the end.
feel that
Yeah,
I'm deserving.
yeah. You are.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the awards you've won already.
Yeah. Just in this past few months, actually.
Just think about
Right.
that. That's a doorway.
Kind of crazy. Yeah, kind of crazy.
That's a
actually,
doorway.
you win one, you're like, oh, that's cool. You win another,
Well,
you're like, what?
But it's an honor
Am I
to
really
you.
doing
It's
this?
an honor to you because you have achieved it on your own. In reality.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
In reality,
Yeah, like I said, do my job. I'm big on doing your job right.
Well, I agree with you there.
Come
No,
from,
I
come from a
totally-
mentality of that, my life and my family.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree
So
with
you're
you.
the kind of person where you don't believe in whiteout or races. You got to do it the right
Well,
from the
you
right
know,
time.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Or is it more like just, because I'm like, if you can't do it right, just
Then
don't do it at all.
yeah.
Well, yeah, that.
Exactly.
Maybe
that.
that's more what
I
it
can't
is.
do it right. I don't do it.
Right.
Period.
Well, we are coming down, I believe, to the end of our show. I believe we start. Is this about right? I think. Hoping anyway. I want you to give the audience again. Are we coming down? We still got 12 minutes? Oh, well, we got plenty of time. Oh my God. So, Annemarie,
Yeah, please. Ask away.
I want
You know more than I do about me too,
yeah,
actually.
right, exactly.
Yeah, I was
On the
gonna say-
publicity side.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
know
yeah.
more about you than okay. So,
We still
well,
have 12
I mean,
minutes, great.
one thing I actually tell a lot of people is about as far as the publicity side and the promotion and all that kind of stuff. Everybody should have a Twitter account, which you do.
Well, I don't
So.
have one.
So maybe we haven't told anybody yet, but mention what your Twitter handle is. So maybe let them know what that is.
At Bill Sorvino. Very simple.
Very simple.
Bill Sorvino, that's my name. That's what I use for everything.
Everything.
That's
right.
the best
So
way,
at
yeah.
Bill Sorvino. Facebook is Facebook / Bill
Bill
Sorvino.
Sorvino.
My acting email is Bill Sorvino Actor at Gmail. So it's actor.
Right.
And is there any other handles? that I
Well,
can-
there's other
yeah,
stuff, but I mean,
what was
some
the
of
Bill
them are.
Savino dot?
The what?
What was it?
Yeah, we said Facebook.
Yeah, he's got that on
Facebook,
there.
yeah,
Facebook.
Facebook, Bill
And
Sorvino.
then BillSorvino.org, isn't it? Or is it-
.com. My
.com.
website.
Your website,
is
right, which is
BillSorvino.com.
extremely
You can go
important,
to BillSorvino.com. I put news. I do blog pretty frequently on it. So I have different sections. You know, you can click onto my IMDb page.
Oh, I did that actually.
Did you? You looked at it? It's a pretty cool site, right?
Yeah, I put it on Facebook the other day when I said. Yeah, when I
you
said
did my website?
I put on your IBM. I said, "This is our guest that's going to be on." I put it on
cool.
Facebook. Yeah, the other day I did.
Cool. Yeah, so
I
you
went to it.
can. I put news. It's cool. I like to keep updated. I don't know who looks at it. I mean, some people I think
We
do
do.
because I get a lot of hits. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
how.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So-
No, they look.
yeah.
But I put a lot of news items. Whatever happens on a pretty
Even-
weekly
yeah.
at least. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like if anyone's interested in my career, I like to keep
course.
up and give every bit of what's going on.
Exactly.
And it seems to be a lot going on right now, so it's nice to be able
beautiful,
to
yeah.
share if anyone is interested. So BillSorvino.com. If you want to
find
check
it
out
all.
some of the stuff that I've done, you see some of the pictures from the films I've been on.
And actually, there were when
My
we
reel.
were at Junction, you had some where you interviewed, and Bill was there. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you had
absolutely.
that.
I
yeah.
should put that up.
yeah.
Yeah, I got to get that
Yeah.
up on the news.
Yeah,
Have to get-
we
yeah,
had that
that-
on.
Oh, you never.
I know. I'm in the middle of editing still from there. There were so many people that walked in front of the camera.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm making a blooper reel.
But what's great is that Confidence Game Cast interview.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
that was the best.
It's got to be one of the best, this type of interview I've ever seen. It was just hysterical.
Yeah,
Between
it
Crash
was so funny.
Yes,
and me
yes.
being silly and,
Yeah,
and
yeah, it was
Brandon
great.
just laughing.
Yeah.
And,
I'm gonna put like
Brandon's another up and coming
yeah,
star.
Brandon's an awesome guy.
He's
I love Brandon.
great.
Brandon Taylor.
Yep.
He is an awesome
Yeah.
guy, man. I had a
Brandon.
chance. I didn't, I knew him, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
Yeah.
Until that night, and we spent a good 10, 15 minutes just shooting the breeze.
Oh, what's your IM?
And my IMDb is thank you for the tip.
Thanks for
On
that.
IMDb, I don't think you would
Bill
have to
Sorvino.
search. You would have to search Bill Sorvino on IMDb if you want to look at my
But
page.
it's on your page. You just
It's on my
click
website. It's also on my Facebook page. So if
Right.
you want to find my IMDb page, which is cool to click
And
on it
all
because it
of
gives me a boost.
all of the movies you've been in.
Yes, it
I
shows all
was-
the movies I've been in.
Yes,
in about
and
10 things
yes,
on there.
there's quite
see
a-
all the
quite a
stuff I've
bit.
done.
Quite a bit,
Just
yeah.
go on to Bill Sorvino on IMDb. Thank you.
right, and then that'll.
And if you
Show
have
everything.
any roles out there, he's not busy, so what the
Oh,
heck?
well,
Exactly.
Send him
I'm
his
busy,
way.
but I'm
Yeah, I know.
never too
You're
busy.
always
You're
open.
never too
exactly,
busy.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yes. Please, you can contact me
Yeah,
anytime.
yeah, yeah.
I'm always looking at scripts.
What's your favorite role to play?
Oh, well.
is it
That's a hard one because I've done a lot of different areas. I've done a little bit of comedic stuff. I've done some really dark stuff, like Maniac was very, very dark.
Okay.
I've done just kind of jerky stuff. I played the villain in a feature film last year. It's a great film.
Okay.
And it's the part that I'm in is set in the 1940s.
Okay.
Great. I mean, it's shot so beautifully. It's a period piece in that area, and it's some current and then some of that period. It looks amazing. It
And
looks
what
like
was the name of that movie?
It's called A Place for Heroes. A Place
I
for
love
Heroes.
it.
My uncle was in it
maybe
also.
that's the heroes I'm talking about, the firemen and the
Yeah, that's possible too.
That could be,
that
right?
could be it.
Yeah, that could be Glenn,
my
yeah.
uncle was in it. Also, Sally Kellerman, Dan
I
Roebuck,
like
some
her,
nice, really good
yeah,
actors were in it. But anyway, I played a jerky guy, a villain kind of guy, and what my favorite. I can't. They're all my favorites.
all
because the thing is, you live with these characters that you develop, and they become part of you because they already are part of you.
Do you bring them home?
You're searching your soul.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you ever bring that play that part? Do you ever bring it home?
Home?
Yeah.
No,
You leave it there.
no, I'm
which
able
is
to.
good.
I'm Meisner
Yeah.
trained, and so when
Yeah.
you're Meisner trained, you learn how to from day one. You learn how to create the character from a place of imaginary circumstances.
Okay. Right.
So you imagine, what if my so-and-so died, or what if my so-and-so
Yeah.
won something, or what if I won a lottery, or whatever it is, to get yourself into that place. So you search for the dark places of your soul, or the deepest corners of your body that these little things are lurking to use. But at the end of the shoot, you go home that day and it was you were
same
using
thing.
all tricks and mirrors to get to that place.
Yeah.
So that's what Meisner really is. It's using tricks and
Interesting.
mirrors to
Yeah.
portray a perfect character. You do homework
Oh,
inside of
got
you.
to. Yeah.
but
yeah.
the peak moments are really developed from these imaginary circumstances. It's living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. So once you go home, since it was imaginary, you're never.
Yeah.
Method actors kind of get all kind of wrapped up. When I'm on set, I'm in character.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right,
I don't like,
that's it. You're
I don't like to
just-
talk
yeah.
to anybody. I may seem like a
That's
jerk.
no, because you're in the moment.
Yeah, you gotta keep
And
that
you don't wanna
straight.
get-
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
distracted
especially if it's
from
a
the
serious, a very serious,
Oh,
dark role, I
yes.
have to stay in that place, you know, and going back
That
and
makes
forth is
sense.
a little too much.
Yeah.
But you know, with the comedic stuff that I've done, you know, I'm sort of being me anyway, because I'm like I'm kind of like
Exactly,
that.
yeah.
So you know, but my favorite thing has been every single one.
That's
you
great.
know, I've
What's
done
the
all these-
average, like, in other words, from start to finish? What's the average time within, once you get the script to once you finish?
Oh.
Is it all different times? Or, you
as
know?
long as possible. As long.
Really?
If you're watching this and you're a filmmaker, send your script to your actors immediately.
Really?
Oh God! If I can get a script months in advance, which I do sometimes, I will comb over that script from front to back, back to front. There'll be coffee stains on every page. There'll be highlighting on every page. There'll be notes on every page. There'll be just the thing will be half torn. It'll be tattered. You know that script.
You
has
live,
been-
you live the, you live the
when
script.
by the time I
basically.
get
Yeah.
to the shooting,
Right.
I am that person.
I was going to say that.
Interesting.
I'm
yeah.
no longer acting. I'm that person.
Yeah,
You know, for the time that we're shooting, and you know, so as long as possible. You know.
it's great.
On the short ones, you know, you that's when Meisner training comes in. You know, you invent things on
On the
within a
moment.
few
Just
days.
on the moment,
Let's say you
yeah.
have a few days. You
Yeah, 'cause
invent
you
those
have
things
to.
that get you into the state for those particular moments, because there's peak moments along the way of the script that you got to come out with, and you got to know what's going to
moment
trigger you to
of
get
the
to that
moment.
point.
Yeah.
And it may not even be the words you're saying. It's something else that you attribute to those words.
Interesting.
You know, my mother died at a moment when I'm saying, I'm so upset that my dog died. You know,
Right, you're bringing that whole
whatever.
reality
So you
into
make up
it.
something to that if you, if you have a short
connecting,
time period.
yeah.
So it's
Well, we are almost over, a couple of minutes, so please, again, give the audience, you know, all of your
All my
info.
information.
Yes, please.
Twitter at BillSorvino.com. I'm sorry, at Bill Sorvino. My website is BillSorvino.com. Facebook is Facebook.com/Bill Sorvino. Bill Sorvino actor at gmail.com. If you're a filmmaker, please use it. And I think those are all
Golden-
the handles that I can think of at this particular moment.
Great.
And your film
awesome.
festival?
And my
Yeah,
film
yeah,
festival.
film festival.
My
That's,
goodness.
yes.
GoldenDoorFilmFestival.org. And the Film Institute, we don't have a website up just yet,
But you will.
but we will.
Yes,
And
sooner
but
than
look
later.
for if you're interested in filmmaking, look for St. Peter's University. Look on the website. You'll see a little snippet about it, and you'll you know as information is delivered, you know they'll put more on the website as we develop the program.
Fantastic. And you know, you always have an open door. And we are looking forward to seeing you again when you're out here doing your.
I'd love to.
Absolutely.
Open door. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me at janetrussellpresents.com. You can call me at 631-654-3353. My email is rosebuzzjanet@msn.com. And you know where I'm at. You know what I do. And you can. And any fundraisers, charities, don't hesitate to contact me. And my dear friend here, Annemarie.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook under going to Fame Hampton, so it's Facebook.com/Fame Hampton. On Twitter is at Fame Hampton, and also it's Annemarie, but it's ANNE. Don't forget the E, or I won't
God
get it.
forbid.
Yeah, well, I won't get it.
I know, I know, I know,
ANNE,
I
and then
know.
Marie at famehampton.com.
Right. And do you want to give them your phone number to contact you, just in case? or no?
Sure, 631-877-8847, but email me. I prefer email.
It's email, yes,
Right, because I
totally.
want to know what you want first.
Exactly.
If it's anything for public relations, if it's advertising, if it's you want to be part of the Golden
Golden
Door Film Festival,
Exactly.
or anything to do with the film family, especially, you know, or whatever it is. Just email's better, so I know first, and
Well,
then
that's
give me your
too.
information.
It's
Yeah.
easier to email because then you can scroll down and say,
Exactly.
okay, I got to check that, you know. Well, folks, Bill, it's been a delight.
It was a pleasure. My
It
pleasure.
was so much fun, and thank you so much. Bill came all the way from New Jersey, so it wasn't around the corner.
Exactly.
At
But
least we didn't have a snowstorm to fight through anyway.
I did it with pleasure.
Yeah, I was going to say
It-
they
it was
gave you
great.
warm weather today.
Yes, they
The weather's
did.
perfect.
Yes,
There was no traffic either.
Yes, and you know,
That's great.
anything. If anybody out there wants to contact us and forgot his name, there's no way. Bill Sorvino.
Exactly.
You can contact myself. You can contact Annemarie, and of course, you can contact Bill. And that's it, folks. Be good to each other, but most of all, be good to yourself, and we'll see you next month. Have a blessed holiday, a wonderful New Year's, a wonderful Christmas, and a wonderful Kwanzaa, whatever else is coming
Whatever you
up.
celebrate.
Whatever you celebrate. Celebrate from the heart and be good to each other. But again, be good to yourself. Bill, it's been wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for
It was
coming.
fun,
It was awesome.
It was
awesome.
great.
I had a great time. That was fun.
wasn't it?
It was a lot of fun.
See how it just blend, everything
Just kind of.